Hi, Coop. My name is Steven. I spoke to you a little bit earlier. Now, in this video, I'm going to be going over three things that you can start doing today that will actually start ranking your website above your competitors online when they're searching these terms for your services on Google and the like. Now, by the end of this video, you can see that I do have the know-how to get this done. You can reach back out if you'd like and we can chat, or you can just take this information and implement it yourself. The three things I'll be covering are content, citations, and backlinks. Now, content is everything on your homepage here. Now, Google likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on the home pages of these service-based industry websites, such as HVAC. What this does, it gives you plenty of opportunity to add in all the buyer intent keywords. Basically, these are the keyword phrases that people are searching for when they're searching for your services online. So what I did first here is I grabbed the main competitor here, J&J Mechanical, and they're ranking number one for most of these, if not all the terms for this area for heating and air. Now I threw them into a tool here I use called SE Ranking. This tool basically gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google uses to rank websites. So jnjmech.com is currently being found for 753 keywords, and their site was clicked on 196 times in just the past 30 days. So I went ahead and put your website, coopsheatingandairplus.com, into the same tool, and you are currently being found for 4 keywords, but you were not clicked on at all. So let's go back to our competitor here, and we can actually click on that 756. That's going to bring up all 756 of the keywords. We're not concerned with all of those, right? Just a handful of them, basically. Like these ones, we call them buyer intent location based. So HVAC Greenville, NC, they're searching that for a service. They're actively looking for a service. So it's these types. So that term got a total of almost 400 searches in the past month. Well, you can go down here. Here's another one, heating and air, Greenville, NC. That's another 170 searches. So we could just go down the list and find all the keywords and keyword phrases that are relevant for your services and locations and put them on your website too, right? So Google can find you. But we can go ahead and look at the 4 keywords you're currently being searched for or found for. And you've got air conditioner repair, Greenville, NC, HVAC service, right? HVAC in, but these are low volume. And even though you're being found for them, you're not getting any traffic because you're on the 4th page, 7th page, and 8th pages of these, right? So you'd want to get on that first page. So first you'd want all the relevant keywords, and then we'd want to rank you on the first page for all those terms. And I'm going to show you how that's done in just a moment. So that's it for content. Next thing I'll be going over are what we call citations. Now, when people are searching these terms like HVAC, Greenville, NC, any studies have shown that anywhere between 40 to 60% of those people are going to be clicking on one of these businesses here. And this is the map pack, and it's usually the top 3. The top 3 are organic, and they don't change unless they get outranked. The sponsored one is an ad, okay? So that's inorganic. But most people believe that to get ranked in this organic top 3, it's up to your reviews, right? Whoever has the most and the highest. But that's not the case. If that was the case, J&J Mechanical would be up on the 2nd place here. And it does come into play, but it's not like a huge factor. The 2 main factors are proximity and citations. Now, proximity, we don't have any really much control over unless you were to move your business. But citations, we have complete control over. Now, a citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online. Some examples of these directories are like Yelp, Yellow Pages, and Better Business Bureau. There's quite a few of them, and I'm sure you have a lot of them, but you want to be in at least the top 100, right? And you can Google top 100 HVAC directories for citations. That'll give you that list. And then also go ahead and Google the core the core 3 data aggregators. Go ahead and sign up for those. And once you get verified in those 3, that will push your information out to like hundreds of other applications, directories, and GPS systems, which is really important. It creates what we call data consistency across all these platforms online. And this is what Google uses to trust you. Not only that, but like um, uh, AI platforms such as ChatGPT and Google Gemini will use this as well to go ahead and refer you. And that's what Google will use to determine whether they're going to place you in this top 3 as well. Now, underneath the map pack is Google's organic search results list. Now, the number 1 spot here captures anywhere between 30 to 50% of the clicks. Now, it makes it pretty much by itself the most clicked on position on the page. And the main driver here are what we call backlinks. Now, when we're discussing backlinks, it's basically you have these websites out there, and say, for example, one of these websites or some of these websites have a link on their site on one of their pages that when it's clicked, it links back to your site. Now, Google uses these backlinks as like an online referral system. And the more relevant that these websites are that are linking back to your website, the better. So take, for example, you have a popular industry related site or maybe even a local blog page that's linking back to you guys. That's what's actually going to help push your website up in Google's rankings, right? So let's go back to our competitor here on that tool that I showed you earlier. And before we were looking at their traffic and their keywords, but now I want to pay attention to this little portion on the right side here. Now, just to be clear, it's through your content, primarily your keywords, that Google is able to find you for what people are searching for, right? But once they find you, they got to determine where they're going to put you on that list. And that all is determined by your backlinks. So currently the competitor has 334 backlinks coming from a total of 162 other websites. They call them referring domains here. When we take a look at yours, you currently have 25 backlinks coming from 21 other websites. So this isn't necessarily about the number, right? And thank goodness for that. It's about the quality of the backlinks and the relevance of the referring domains, the websites. So we can go back to our competitor and we can click on this 162 because that's what we want to take a look at. We want to see where they're getting their backlinks from, and you want to get them as well because that's what's pushing them up in the rankings. So if we click on that 162, that's going to bring up a list of all 162 websites they're currently getting backlinks from. There's 9 pages of them here, but it would benefit you to go down a list like this and grab backlinks from all these websites. It would take some time, but if you were to do that, and this is assuming that your content and your keywords were on point, that would actually put you in contention for the number 1 spot here, right? And you end up getting all that, you'd be in contention. What would basically put you over the top, though, is once you executed that, go out and every month get like between 10 and 20 more quality backlinks from relevant websites. And over time, that would put you up top here. Now, just to recap what we covered, the first thing is content. You need at least 1,500 words on your front page with the right keywords and the right amount of keywords. Second are citations. You want to be in at least the top 100 HVAC directories, and then those 3 core data aggregators. And then lastly are backlinks. You need more relevant websites linking back to your website to show Google that you guys are the authority when it comes to HVAC companies in and around the Greenville area. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, you can take this information and implement it yourself. Or if you want, you can book a discovery call with me. My name's Steven. I live right here in North Carolina. You can simply respond back to this email or give me a call at 910-551-2006. But other than that, have a good rest of your day, Coop, and stay warm this week. Bye-bye.